Good morning, Lake Catholic. Today is Wednesday, November 9th, and welcome to this very special edition of CBN News. The athletic signing is in the Media Center today, so let's head over there.
Good morning, Lake Catholic community, faculty, staff, students, parents, grandparents, and all of our guests here this morning. We welcome you to our 2022 signing day for all of our athletes here that have agreed upon and are looking to sign their national letter of intent for Division I or Division II athletics for next school year. This morning we're going to begin with a note from a speech from their coaches and the people that have led them on the athletic arena over the last few years. So we're going to begin with Coach Leroy via video, who will talk about Dylan Wims. For Division I or Division II.
Yeah. Hi everybody, Coach Leroy here. I'm the baseball coach here at Lake Catholic High School, and I just wanted to say congratulations to Dylan Wims on his commitment to play collegiate baseball at Notre Dame College. Just wanted to say a few words about Dylan and his commitment to the sport of baseball and to his education here at Lake Catholic High School. Dylan set a goal early on in his life to play college baseball, and he has shown incredible amounts of tenacity and effort in practice, the weight room, the classroom to achieve that goal. And on behalf of myself, the entire baseball staff, and everybody here at Lake Catholic, we just want to say how proud we are of you, Dylan, and congratulations again. Thanks. Hi everybody, Coach Leroy here. I'm the baseball coach here at Lake Catholic High School, and I just wanted to say congratulations to Dylan Wims on his practice, the weight room, the classroom to achieve that goal. And on behalf of myself, the entire baseball staff, and everybody here at Lake Catholic, I just want to say how proud we are of you, Dylan, and congratulations again.
Their letters of intent on their successes and accomplishments. Congratulations, guys. Really impressive. Now for Riley. Plain and simple, Riley's a lacrosse player. She has been since she was in the 3rd grade. A combination of athleticism, drive, lacrosse IQ, a pleasure to coach, and a pleasure to watch compete on the field. There's one thing though that I'd like everyone to take away from this today about Riley. It's not her stats, which were fantastic. Top 5 in the state with 114 goals. Top 10 in the state last year with 53 assists. 26 ground balls, which doesn't sound like a lot, but as an offensive player, that's quite a few ground balls for a girl who's not on the side of the ball grabbing ground balls. It's not the conference, district, or state awards that she achieved over the last couple of years. It's not the fact that she was Max Preps Player of the Year for Ohio last year and was also nominated a few times. The one thing that I would like everyone here to take away about Riley and the way she played the game of lacrosse was her passion for it, and she never quit. I would love to have 40 girls on my roster with her passion and commitment to the sport and drive on the field to win every time she's on there. 50 minutes per game, 18 games per year, Riley plays hard. I always knew what I was going to get out of her on and off the field. Single-handedly, I can go back and look at film and tell you that she kept us in several games. As a captain, she never quit for me and she never quit on our teammates. Even when her competitiveness and passion was questioned by the competition or even some of her teammates at times, she showed an extraordinary maturity for a teenage girl her age. I was very impressed. Riley's most memorable game, it'd be easy to pick our first playoff game against Gilmore that she single-handedly scored 8 games and rolled us to a victory in some very tough competition. But my favorite game from last year was probably our worst loss. We were against Walsh Jesuit. We got in early foul trouble. The referee did not like me very much. But we ended up having to play because of cards and fouls. We played the second half 2 players down, which is tough to overcome. But I still remember standing on the sideline, feeling like hope was lost, watching Riley fight, scrap, scrape, and just try to will us back into that game, the entire game. It was really something to watch, and something as a coach that I truly do admire. My tenure here at Lake Catholic, we've had dozens of players leave lacrosse to go out and play collegiately. We're proud of them all. I'd like to say we follow them all, and we still do. I cannot outgroup one that possessed Riley's drive or passion for the game. Failure is not an option. I have no doubt that she will dominate at the collegiate level, just as she has here at Lake. However, I must say that I have known Riley's family for 10 years. I was probably on the sidelines for her first elementary game in 3rd and 4th grade. And I do remember a young lady coming off the field crying when a hard foul was thrown her way, or not always happy with the outcomes of the games. And I have watched her grow over the last 10 years into an amazing young lady. And as a coach, you start to dissect that mental attitude or that drive, or how does a player get that way. And while I contribute 99.9% of it to Riley and the drive that she has inside of her and the passion that she has for the game, there was a lot of help along the way. You know, the phrase, that it takes a community to raise a kid. Well, I think it took a community to help Riley to get to the outstanding young lady that she is today. And I'm going to mention a few of them. Is that okay with you? I had thoughts when I was writing this down of Coach Steve and Charlie from the Lightning. Elementary, middle school, and lacrosse teachers and staff, teammates at Lake, Lightning, and Ohio Premier. Coach Mezzacapa, who's standing in back, that was a tremendous influence on you in your younger years. And Riley's family, her grandparents that attended just about every game, seldom missed them. Her aunts and uncles, her uncle who helps us out here on the field and is a huge part of our program. And most importantly for Jennifer and James, her parents who supported her and got her to where she is today. Riley, congratulations. We're all very proud of you. We can't wait to see what you're going to do in your senior year and the next 4 years at Davis Elkins.
Thank you, Coach, and congratulations, Riley. Next up, we're going to ask Coach Frey to speak a little bit about Dominic Kosick.
Good morning, everybody. Humbling victory, proud of defeat. It's a familiar mantra that encompasses an array of leadership characteristics and attributes that have shaped Dominic's character over the last 4 years at Lake Catholic. Behind his contagious smile, his persuasive charm, and positive attitude lurks a disciplined and tenacious leader and competitor whose success on the golf course has been impressive. In 2021, Dominic was the Division II sectional champion, the district champion, and he placed 12th overall in the state tournament. In 2022, Dominic anchored a team that was a Division II district runner-up, a team that qualified for the state, the first time in school history, I believe, and placed 8th overall. Additionally, Dominic again placed 12th as an individual. Equally impressive was how or the way Dominic competed as one of the most talented golfers in Ohio. Two-year captain, Dominic was an excellent leader who displayed a relentless work ethic, a lot of 6 a.m. practices. And he understood the value of practice. He always respected teammates and his opponents while competing. He exhibited humility with respect to his talent and skill. And he was generous and unselfish towards both his teammates and his classmates. These leadership qualities are what makes Dominic a valued student athlete at Lake Catholic. It is with great joy and pride that I congratulate Dominic on his decision to continue his career at Cleveland State University. It is my hope that Dominic continues to remain humble in victory and proud in defeat. And to remember, once a Cougar, always a Cougar. Dominic, congratulations and thank you.
Coach Frey, thank you very much, and Dominic, congratulations. Now we'd ask Coach Ellis to come up to speak a little bit about Shelby Nagy.
I've only had the honor to coach Shelby for this past soccer season, but I've known her since she was a freshman here in a few different capacities. She went on the Tigers retreat with me, so I got to know her there. And then, like I said, this year I got to know her a ton better. And I'm very proud to wish you the best when you go to Akron, and I know that we'll all be cheering for you here. A few stats that Shelby had to share with me because I didn't know them. She said she's had about 20 goals during her time here. She's received all district and all conference awards more than just this year. One of the things that sticks out to me most is her leadership. She comes to practice every day, shows up ready to work on time, early, and gets all the other girls ready to go. So I couldn't be more proud of her leadership. Makes my job as a coach really, really easy when you have seniors that want to be there. And she was probably the one that I remember the most. Just every day in the summer, they're there early. Before we even had to be there, before August 1st, they're running, they're getting the touch on the ball, all the things that you love about senior leadership. So I couldn't be more thankful for that. That makes my job a lot easier. I think freshman year, Shelby was one of those girls that probably came to Lake Catholic because she wanted to play soccer. And I think if you ask her, she learned a lot more after she came here. So you come for soccer and you leave with a lifetime of memories. So I'm happy about that part for you too. Her parents, I want to thank them too. She's got an awesome family and sister and brother. And grandparents were always the best in the stands. And I think that family support is huge when it comes to being successful on the field. I think that family is a huge part of that too. So I want to make sure I thank her family as well. And just tell you we're proud of you and we're going to miss you here at Lake Catholic. So thank you.
Thank you, Coach Ellis, and congratulations, Shelby. Lastly, Coach Mark Ridley is going to come up to speak directly about Kaylee Manjo.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. You guys are lucky. You're moving on. It's not easy. It's not easy. You got to work hard for something like that. When Kaylee asked me to speak for her, I was absolutely honored and glad to be here. My relationship to Kaylee is this. I've known her for 7 years. She was at Eastside Volleyball Club when I first started there after a 20-year collegiate career. And Kaylee was one of these kids that, and her parents looked great. She was probably a little spastic when she was younger, but she worked at it and she developed. And when I was a year here at Lake, I coached the freshman team, but had a chance to coach the JV team for 3 matches, so I got to coach Kaylee again. And Kaylee was determined to be a collegiate volleyball player. And this is the thing to remember. Lake has a storied volleyball program. Story. When I was in Michigan, when I was at Oakland University, I knew about Lake Catholic. They put a lot of kids in the college ranks. You're one of them. You're one of them. Not everybody makes it through this program. Not everybody makes it. You made it. You made it. You should be very proud of yourself. I'm very proud of you. I know your parents are, and the people here. So that must be up front, that you understand that this is a program that, again, was ranked in USA top 25, 2 to 3 years. So what I want to say to you, Kaylee, is just something a little different. I don't have stats for her, but I have advice for her. This is a statement that I'm reminded of Mel Tucker. He's a head football coach at Michigan State University. And he said this to his team. He said, it's standard over feelings is really what it comes down to. You don't do things based upon how you feel. You do things based upon the standard of performance. And that's what dictates the decisions that you make and the choices that you make. You're about to enter 4 years of choices. College is fun. Trust me, I went to college. I had a lot of fun. But in the meantime, you have decisions to make. In college, I guess if you don't want to get up and go to class, that's your decision. But the decision that you make, you face the consequences. So when you go to college, you put your all into it because they've given something to you and you give that back. I have no doubt in my mind that you'll be successful. Now, when I played Davis Elkins, I never lost, but I mean, you were not the team at the time, so I don't know if that would still hold up, but I will say this. There are people here and there are people not here that support you. Family, friends, teachers, administrators, they care about you, Kaylee, and they love you. They care, and they are watching you. They are watching you, and they love you. Congratulations. Congratulations.
So before we get going with the actual signing of your national letters of intent, just a few words I want to share with you all. Athletics to many people in the world can be considered just a silly game. It's a game that we throw kids in at the age of 3, 4, or 5 years old because we want them to be involved in something. But your silly game, the multiple different games that you've ever played, are now potentially part of the most important day of your life, which is today. So I'm going to ask you all to just do me a favor, shut your eyes, and I want you to go back to that time of this game that you're signing for. And think of that day that you never thought you'd get through. The hardest match, the competitor you were about to come up against, the team that was the strongest. And remember the emotion, going into that game. Maybe it was on the bus ride there. Maybe it was when mom and dad were dropping you off, or it was the teammates talking about it. And just think of what you felt, what you smelled, what you ate that day, what you were thinking about. And then you open your eyes and you look out right now and you see the people that are here to support you. It's about today. That silly game has now offered you a full-time job, all right? I want to be honest with you. It's a full-time job to be a college athlete. I can't speak directly to that. I was a college athlete myself at one of these schools, so I don't want to be biased, but one of these schools is a little prouder for me. But Dylan will talk a little later. But I want you guys to know you're taking on one of the biggest challenges, right? One of the biggest challenges of your life. Not only going on to college, but you're also going into a full-time job and you're not getting paid yet. What you're going to get out of this, the 5 of you, is going to be determined once you get there, all right? When you wake up in the morning, we have a decision. We can either open our eyes or we can keep them shut. We can grab our phone or we can roll out of bed and we can start our day. And I'm going to try to have you challenge yourself every day to not grab that phone, not add that extra snooze hour, not add that extra minute on Instagram or Twitter or Snapchat, whatever you all use by the time you get there, all right? And understand the amount of opportunity that this piece of paper, that this scholarship is offering you, is going to take you on to when you're 30, 40, 50 years old. And you're going to remember not only this day, but the next 4 years of challenge that you're going to be offered, all right? Congratulations. This is an amazing day, not only for you independently, but it is for Lake Catholic as well. Because you all are going on to the next level, which I hope you know that there's only like 0.8% of athletes in high school that traditionally go on to play at the next level. And then even less that go on to the D2 or the D1 level. So parents, grandparents, families, everybody guests here in the building, if we could please offer just a quick round of applause for these young men and women. All right. So, as we know, Riley will be playing at Davis Elkins. Kaylee will be playing at Davis Elkins as well. Lacrosse, then volleyball. Shelby will be playing soccer at the University of Akron. Dominic Kosick will be playing golf at Cleveland State University. And Dylan Williams will be playing at my alma mater, Notre Dame College. So at this time, if you guys could open your folders, grab the Lake Catholic pen, pull the paper out, actually move the folder totally behind your chair. put it just on the ground. We don't need the folder and any pictures. Parents, if you want to, before you guys sign, maybe position yourself if you want to stand. Matt is behind you, so if you want to get a better picture so you can actually see this. All right, and now at this time, if you would sign your national letter of intent. All right, so this is behind the scenes part too. Everybody look like you're just signing and put your head down still so we can get photos. All right. I'll tell you when your parents are done. This is what happens on the news when nobody's watching. All right, now you're going to look up at your family and smile, but have your pen still on the paper. Your parents were hoping they'd get this photo, and I knew. Because my mom told me this morning when I called her asking her what she didn't get on her day. She didn't get the right photo. She wanted the photo at the table with the pen. All right. Again, if we could just simply congratulate these young men and women. All right. So thank you all for coming. We do not have to rush out of here. This is the time of celebration.